So I just voted for Bernie. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. I know that turn or voter turnout in my ward, in my district, in my city of Utica is voter turnout around here is not too good. But I was gonna make sure that I went. I didn't even take my work clothes off. I went right there. So stop home real quick and walk right around the corner. So I just want to talk about what happened when I got in there, just for any of y'all that hasn't voted yet or here in Utica or want to go vote or just want to know how it works. So I walk in and you got to find your ward and your election district. I'm in the 5th ward, 2nd district. Took a little bit of time between each table to figure which person had my name on the list. So they look up your name or whatever, and then there's a signature from when you registered to vote or whatever, and they flip the thing upside down and you gotta sign next to it. Then they hand you the ballot. Now, I don't know if you can see. My name says, other side. Oops. My name is on my shirt, so obviously I'm not. They know my name is Chris, so they look at my name, and I had my ID in my hand. I don't know why I had my ID in my hand, but I just thought maybe somebody was going to ask me for my ID to make sure I was who I say I was. So the lady kind of looked at me awkward and was like, I don't need your ID. And I'm looking at her, and I said, well, how do you know I'm the person that just signed? She was like, that's just how we do it. We don't ask for ID. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think about that. Like, I don't know. Like, how does that stop me from voting in the Republican primary? All I gotta do is know if you registered to vote as a Republican. All I gotta do is know your name and walk up to it, and they'll show me your signature so I can copy that. I don't know. I'm not saying that something shady going on, but I just thought that, like, if you gotta use your ID to buy cigarettes, but you don't have to use your ID to vote. Okay, okay, that's cool. One other thing before I go, I want to just mention, we all talk about voter turnout. We see the Bernie Sanders supporters as like younger people, 30 and below, a little bit older some, and Hillary supporters are mostly older people, 60 and plus. So I know I said already there's going to be low voter turnout, which from what I seen, that little 5-minute snapshot that I was in there, it only took 5 minutes. Yeah, it was all old people voting. And if the 3 or 4 or 5 people around me that was at their own table, they all said Democrat. It's a closed primary. You can't vote for a Republican if you're a Democrat, or vice versa. So from that little sample, or whatever you want to call it, or what I seen, I don't want to assume that these people were Hillary voters, but there was nobody in there around my age. I'm 32, so I mean there was a few of the poll workers who was younger, maybe my age or maybe a little bit younger, but everybody else in there voting was over 50. And I live like 4 blocks from the voting place, so I walked. I seen, it's a nice day out. I seen so many people walking from my house to where to go vote, all outside playing. I'm not saying they didn't vote already, but I'm gonna assume they didn't. I don't think they give a shit. So I don't know. So I see from my own personal experience, old people go to vote. Like, they don't fuck around. Like, they're not fucking. Like, they'll have fun after or before, but I didn't seem like too many people. And from what I see on Facebook, it doesn't seem like too many young people in my area are enthusiastic about voting. Like, they just don't think it's gonna make a difference, or they don't care. So that was my experience voting in Utica, New York. I'm trying to get my big head girlfriend to go vote. Now she got a babysitter, but we'll see. We'll get her to vote for Bernie. Well, since I know her name, maybe I should just tell her my name, Katrina. All right, but that's my experience. I'll see y'all.